This week, which I am calling Peak Week, is a return to steep climbing and descending. To make things fun, I have identified 5 peaks in the Salt Lake foothills that I can bag just to make this sort of a fun game. And I've spent the last 2 months really focusing on getting fit from a running and turnover standpoint, and I need to just revive my climbing legs as well. In the months before Trans Gran Canaria, I was climbing 15 to 25,000 feet a week. I know I have it there, but this is just sort of a freshening up. I started off Peak Week with summits of Morris Mountain and Twin Peaks. I picked these 2 to start just because they would generate great momentum, not a terrible amount of climbing, plus I was just 2 days removed from my last big volume weekend before Cocodona. I had raced the Serengeti 50K on Saturday, and then the very next day I did a point-to-point run from the Mueller Park trailhead to my home in the Liberty Wells neighborhood of Salt Lake. That was another 4 hours and 23-ish miles, so I was tired and I needed just like close by peaks to get the momentum going.
That was a good little first climb to get warmed up, and we'll hit Twin Peaks and then kind of see how we're feeling. But day 1, Peak Week, Cocodona Vert, let's do this thing. Second summit of the day, Twin Peaks. And this is kind of fun. My house is right down there. I'm gonna run home.
We have the Cocodona 250 in 2.5 weeks, and I'm a little nervous this year about the first 50K because last year it was unseasonably cool. I think it's gonna revert back to actually being hot again, and heat training is going to be a huge priority, and then also just having topical cooling on race day. So I had reached out to some friends, and my buddy Jeff Colt's like, hey, check this out, I got some stuff for you. First of all, Jeff works for a company called Zip Fit, so he gave me this hat. I'm not sure it's going to fit my massive noggin, but we'll see. Sent me a note saying, Finn, hope this vest works for you. I've never used it, so it's hard saying, not knowing. I can vouch for the Zip Fit hat though, so that. Cheers and happy trails, Jeff. Jeff is a runner for On, and kind of the same size, but dude, check this out. I haven't even put this on yet, but it's an ice vest. This material is actually pretty flexible. Oh, I gotta stop doing push-ups. Look at that. So we can throw ice right in here. There's the front compartment. There's another front compartment. I don't know if you can see anything in the back. Is there any storage back there?
Yeah, there's like one right here.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. Like when my team comes to see me at Crown King, I can throw stuff in proactively at the start line. 5 a.m. It's gonna be pretty cold. I can throw ice in then. There is this quote. It's Emily Hawgood's coach. I think his name is Paul Lind. He says, if you're not freezing, you're too warm. So maybe I'll follow that advice. Dude, I think I might go with this. This might be a part of the answer on race day.
Friday, April 18th, out here with Finn, Brianna. Mike has decided to overachieve ahead of us. About to summit Skunk Wire, and I'm also going to include Van Cott Summit as well.
The reason I chose these 2 next is it's just this amazing fitness test. You accumulate about 8,000 feet of climbing and descending across the entire run. And when you finish a run like that, it just gives you the confidence that there's nothing at a race like Cocodona that's gonna faze you.
Who is this guy? He looks super tired and fatigued. Can't quite make it out. Oh, that's just Mike.
I just got back from the run and I'm doing 2 things. I'm gonna mix this chocolate hazelnut flavored Naak recovery mix with some of this Pillar Performance collagen tendon and ligament repair stuff. This is unflavored, so I won't even notice it. Got the 4-to-1 carbs to protein ratio mix here. 1 serving is gonna give me 40 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, and yeah, good amount of electrolytes in here too, and BCAAs to help with reducing muscle damage from the run. So that'll be kind of a part of my early dinner. Used this Solomon pack and also just tested out the Raid belt with some black diamond poles attached and just got in the zone, practicing transitions as I was kind of cresting the top of wire, broke down the poles, stowed them away, took them back out at the base of Van Cott, again right before the summit, did the reset. Along the way, took down 6 of these Boost Energy gels from Naak. About 150 grams of carbs over 2 hours, so I was averaging like 75 an hour, which is good for me. And then yeah, I'm not sure, I currently have my Lecky poles warranted, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them back in time for Cocodona, but if I do, I've got these awesome Lecky branded gloves that have even like the attachment piece here for the poles. So yeah, it was a good day. Practiced fueling, summited 2 more peaks, practiced a bunch of Cocodona gear, was out there with friends, Mike McMonigal, Brianna, Finn.
Friends?
Yeah, friends, frenemies. Frenemy, well, Mike is a frenemy. Finn and Brianna are friends, Mike is a frenemy. Thank you, Noah. Most importantly, being the Catan pro that I am, I'm introducing Noah, my mom, my dad, to the game, and I think this will be the site here of an epic battle. And what do you think, Sloan? Do you think who's coming out on top? I agree. Silence means Finn. Tyler Green, my coach, has me doing a 60-minute sort of broken tempo, meaning I can sort of pick sections of this route that I'm going to run and just increase the intensity a little bit. I'm going to run an out and back on the Parley section of the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. It's 3.5 miles one way, 3.5 miles back, so 7 miles total, about 1,000 feet of climbing, 2 climbs mixed in. And then I think I'll probably have 10 minutes of tempoing left. That's probably gonna take me about 50 minutes. And I'm gonna head over to this ridge over here, and I'm gonna do a summit of Jack's Peak, and some of it is gonna be at sort of that tempo intensity, at least at like a brisk pace.
Still doing the Lord's work for conversational pace. You'll see I'm not wearing Nordis today. It's not because I don't want to, it's because Brett and I are redoing these Pumas later this month, and I gotta finish up some workout intensity miles on high carb fueling at the Boost Energy gels. Take about 3 down during this run.
There's a lot of places on the Cocodona course where you have these long runnable stretches, but then you're immediately confronted by a steep climb or a descent right after that. And so I was mimicking that here in training. I did that tempo along the BST, and then as soon as that was done, I went right into that steep climb up to the Jack's Peak summit.
Heading up the Jack's Peak, AKA 63 Doug Peak. This is kind of a resilience climb here because just did a workout a few minutes ago, so it's like shakeout, but with a lot of factors at play. There we go, Jack's Peak. Let's descend this thing, huh?
I was wondering how I would feel after a hard effort, like climbing immediately after a hard effort, a push, a squeeze like I'll do on race day, and everything was great.
This is what we do after I get off of work every day, is fly around.
This is the type of work we put in to make sure the vlogs look good. Subscribe to the Singletrack YouTube channel.
Got a package arrival today, Naak. This has been long awaited. I have been testing this over the past few months, but finally got like a massive stock on hand, and this is Naak's Boost energy line. The first 50K of Cocodona is really, it's logistically challenging. No crew access, minimal aid, really long water carries, and I'm gonna want to use my race vests and raid belt to stow water basically. So I think I'm gonna go the liquid calorie route, and I think Boost is gonna be what I'm doing. We've also got the energy gels, which it's 100 calories per serving, 25 grams of carbs per serving. Love these as well. I think these will be something that I'll use a little bit in that first 50K, definitely throughout the day. On day one in the Bradshaws, through Arastra, Camp Kippa, Camp Wama, all the way to Whiskey Row. And yeah, I don't foresee myself honestly using Boost the entire time. I think when we get towards day one, I'm gonna want more protein in the mix, a more complete macronutrient profile. I'll probably go to Naak's recovery mixes, like their mango coconut one. Peak week was absolutely a success. I came into this week more so than fitness, just needing the reminder that climbing is a strong suit of mine and that I had the legs to climb and descend the steep stuff. And we did it. I'm a big proponent in the final weeks of training as stressors are arising, you're feeling fatigued, you're nervous, maybe your mental faculties are scattered. Use this time to get good training in, but also just have fun. And at the end of the day, this was a confidence booster, but it was also a lot of fun. Because we've had the chance to do this race last year, because there's some other sort of unsupported projects like the 100-mile wilderness that I've done in the past that just feel more daunting. Coming into this thing, I have a great amount of respect for the competition and the course, and I know for a fact that things can totally go awry, and I could have some really bad days out there. But as it stands right now, come what may, I just feel fine. I'm excited. I mean, I feel like I'm there for the right reasons, and I don't feel like I'm forcing the envelope or losing steam or feeling burnt out. I'm the right amount of stoked and at peace.